Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the Champions League round of 16 draw live reaction show. We are here in the studio. We are joined by Laura Woodcock and of course Chris Pajak.
Hey, I'm Pedro Pinto.
And Pedro Pinto is on the official stream, but you know.
I like the alliteration of it all.
Fully arsed.
He's definitely like a superhero or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Portuguese superhero,
Yeah.
clearly that's what it is.
Pedro
Like,
Pinto.
Mum and Dad were big Stanley fans. Guys, let's get straight into it. Chris, I want to know who you want and why.
Porto, because they're the worst side.
Ooh, wow, okay. I mean,
look,
you've gone big.
No.
There was no need to be that mean to Porto.
No,
Straight off the
they are the
bat.
worst side. First of all, I know that we can beat them. I know that we can batter them. Now, there'll be people out there watching the stream, and maybe one of you two has the same opinion, where they want to go somewhere they've not been before. I just want to go through. That's all that matters to me. You know, Liverpool getting to the next round of the competition is paramount. I think when you factor in the fact that Virgil van Dijk's going to be missing for the first leg,
Yeah.
it might actually work out well that Liverpool are going to be home first. I think that was something Si was saying to us in the office before, and you know, having a side that you should be able to beat without your best centre half is what I want from this draw.
Laura, we were saying the same before the stream, really. There's a load of massive bravado that goes into this. The day you qualify and you look at all the teams, you're going, bring on anyone, bring on all comers. How are you feeling knowing that the draw's right here?
Do you know what? I know a lot of people feel like that. They want to play some of the big teams. You know, we say with Liverpool, we'll take anyone on. We watched us last season take on some of the biggest teams in the world and we didn't have a problem with it. But do you know what? I'm the same as Chris. I just want the easiest team just to get us through for now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Porto. Do you know what? I'll be happy if we get any of, like, you know, Juventus. I'd even like Dortmund, to be honest, but and Bayern would be a good game, but Porto, yeah, it'd be ideal for
On
us.
paper, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
look, there's massive levels of shithousery happening here in this studio, guys. Come on.
do you want?
I want Real Madrid. I want Real Madrid for very slight shithousery reasons that without the pomp and circumstance of it being a final, you take all that away from it. It's just a game. It's just a two-legged game of football in Europe in the earlier rounds. I wouldn't mind them in 16 or around 16 or quarters. When you start to get to semis and finals, that's when their pedigree really starts to show through. They're not the team that they were last season. They're not the team that they've been for years either. And as much as it wouldn't undo the fact that they beat us in the Champions League final, there is definitely something to, I think, giving this team confidence. I think the players in our squad, it won't matter much to us, you know, but I think them to be able to go back, hold their heads up high and beat them on level pegging, I think that would do this squad absolutely.
You can see, I mean, I think you're probably right. If we were to go and beat them, it would do everyone a world of good, and no man more so than Mohamed Salah. I think he's played with almost a chip on his shoulder the last sort of 3 months because of that game, because it has probably scarred him a little bit, because he wants retribution, because he wants to get at Ramos, he wants to push him on the floor and break his shoulder. But Mo Salah can rip through a Real Madrid defence. You know, we were the top side in that final for the first 30 minutes or whatever it was until Salah went down. As you mentioned, they're not the same side as they were. They're struggling in the league. They're not first in the league, like this says here, because I'm pretty certain that that's Barcelona, like. And they're not the same side as they were. Yeah, who was it?
Just sets the momentum, doesn't it? If you beat one of the bigger teams earlier on, you know, it set the momentum for the rest of the competition. You know, if you do get one of the easier teams, then people say, oh, you know, it was only Porto when you get through and stuff like that. And, you know, it just makes you wonder what kind of effect it has on the players mentally. So, yeah, if we're going to go and play Real Madrid, or say for instance, and beat them, then it might do us a world of good.
Yeah, again, no one will care that it was a less than stupendous Real Madrid team, because no one.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the name that carries weight.
Exactly. I think when we smashed them in 2008, they were not the Galacticos Madrid. That was the in between Galacticos generation of Real Madrid. But no one cares. Everyone just looks at the scoreline. Everyone watches the highlights and
remembers the results.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, exactly that. Is there anyone we're genuinely fearful of in this? I've heard it mentioned, a couple of people said the Juventus thing, just because of the history, just because of Heysel. The going to Turin's probably the hairiest of the aways in there, if nothing else.
I think when you look at someone like a Juventus as well, you know how they're going to set up, you know how they're going to approach the two leg. And I think that's why, again, I'm kind of leaning towards someone like a Porto's, because that second leg's going to be at their ground. And is there a better side in European football than going and stealing a result away from home and then going back to their ground and doing something? Now, that being said, Tottenham outplayed them for the vast majority of the tie last season, but Tottenham didn't progress. But that speaks to Juventus' professionalism and the fact that they've been there and done it. And, you know, was it prior to last year, did they get to 2 or 3 finals on the bounce themselves? I mean, they're an incredible side, and now they've got a match winner in Ronaldo as well. They've got a manager who knows how to get far into this competition. Plus, you've got all the Heysel stuff as well. It's probably one of the ties that I'd like to avoid most, actually. I'd rather let somebody else put a glove on them and knock them out.
Yeah, no. What's your thoughts on Juventus then, Laura?
Yeah, same, you know. If I could pick anyone to not face there in the next round, it'd be Juventus. But even Barcelona, I always get a little bit nervous facing Barcelona, to be honest. I just think it's one of those where they genuinely tend to make it through to sort of, you know, the semi-finals, finals every year sort of thing. So, like, we'll see.
Plus, it's Lionel Messi, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Messi, it is Messi, isn't it?
He's supposed to be on the wane at some point.
Well, he is on the wane because he's not won like the Ballon d'Or for 5 years. But he's totally deserved to have been the Ballon d'Or this season, you know what I mean? He's got, is it more goals and more assists in Europe's top 5 than any other player at the moment? In both categories, top of.
Oh, look, Louis Garcia. Oh, I mean, I'm a bit disappointed. The amount of Atletico Madrid pictures there. Hopefully that's a good omen. We had Shevchenko a lot last season, didn't we? Not really made up with that. Yeah, I don't mind you. I just think like Spurs should have knocked Juventus out last season. Spurs were much. I mean, they had a few sticky moments in that type of thing in the first leg when they went down, but Spurs should have comfortably beaten Juventus in the end. So I just don't think Juventus are at it. It's another example, and there's a lot of examples in the Champions League this season, I think, of teams that aren't challenged enough in their own domestic competitions. Like Juventus are basically a pissed Serie A already.
Well, since the match fixing.
No, yeah.
I mean, you know, Inter had a bit of a drop-off after Mancini, and that was it. It's just been Juventus' league ever since, hasn't it?
That's it. Like, and obviously Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is one I'd not thought about until I got the list put in front of me. Something Tom mentioned pre us going live, of course, that we played there in pre-season. We were really good against them. Of course, it matters for nothing. But Laura, Bayern Munich I think Bayern Munich are that perfect in-between side of being super talented, a really big scalp, but also maybe not quite at the peak of the powers.
Yeah, and you can see that from some of the games they've played this season. I mean, like, you've got Juventus who are unbeaten at the moment, but Bayern, they're with 3 losses, you know, they're not that consistent. So, yeah, and when I'm looking at it again, I'm going Bayern, Porto as my top 2 to play against. So, but you just know we're going to get Juventus or Barcelona now.
Yeah, I mean, I almost guaranteed to get Barcelona if I had to put money on it.
I'm going back. I think we're going to get Barcelona. I don't know. I've just got a feeling. I think we're going to get Barcelona.
Yeah,
we've done all right against them in the past, though, haven't we?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think they had Lionel Messi at the time.
Well, yeah, Lionel Messi's like first breakout season, wasn't it? When Arbeloa absolutely pocketed them in the new camp
47 years ago.
No, but it would be something to. There's something to that of us getting him right at the start of his career and getting him right at the tail end of his career, and maybe getting some. You know, when you've not got him absolutely at the absolute pinnacle.
But he's not really at the tail end of his career.
No,
he's still playing just as well as ever. He's literally timeless.
True, but he is. Yeah. No, I'm clutching at straws.
He's not slowed down. His dribbling may have got better.
Yeah.
His beard's now well better than it was. I mean, tell me something that he's worse at.
Yeah. Well, he's not any better at reaching things on high shelves.
That's true. That's true.
So in the supermarket, he still has to stop a tall person to reach stuff for him, like a little old lady.
Well, Fabinho could be a tall person.
Speaking as a person who has helped many a little old lady in Asda, excuse me, can you get that? Yes, no problem, no problem. There you go, no problem. Yeah.
I'm the dickhead who still says yes and has to jump.
You've got an incredible.
Getting that little jump stool out to get over it.
Climbing on the bottom shelf on the fucking beans.
I've been in home alone when he climbs up those shelves. Yeah. So Barcelona, I think we're almost certain to get Barcelona in this draw. So you heard it here first. I apologise. It's not my fault. Dortmund, the only team we haven't discussed there, is our potential opponents. Fine. I wouldn't. I have no problem having Dortmund another flying at the moment, but there's still a clock factor that club has to
Yeah.
get over, and I still think they are a little bit in awe of him, even though things have moved on. It's been a couple of years since we played them last, Lorna.
And anything can happen, can't it, in the Champions League? You know, you've only got to look at Man City, haven't you, over the last couple of years where they've been dominating the Premier League, but going into the Champions League, anything can happen with it, you know. So, I mean, it's all right. I was looking at all the league positions and everything like that, but I think once it goes into it, it's a game, it's a home and away game, and that's it. And anything can happen with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, look at the disappointments of the group stage. We'd have been, if we'd got Paris Saint-Germain in this round, we'd have gone out on goal difference, and I think we'd have been disappointed with that. But it shows you exactly what you're saying is that we'll come up against good teams, and if you to go, look, you can get knocked out by anyone in the Champions League. I guess is the point. That's what I agree. To
but
be honest,
on our day, we're one of the best teams around. You know, like we've lacked consistency. That's what we've lacked over the last couple of years, Liverpool. But over a home and away leg, we can be one of the best teams in the world, like we've shown last season in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So this competition suits us as Liverpool. It really does, especially some of the players we've got. Yeah.
There's probably 2 or maybe 3 sides in that. You know, the second pot. Atletico Madrid and Liverpool are the 2 names that probably everyone's fearing there, and then maybe throw Tottenham Hotspur into that as well if you're looking at a third. So I think Laura's right. I think every team in the top seed will be looking at going, please, not one of them 3.
Yeah.
But we were exactly the same in the group stage, weren't we? You know, we were in pot 3 in the group stage. Napoli were raging that they ended up in a group with us, and ultimately rightly so. But here we go, the first team
out, come on.
From the runners-up pot, could this be the mighty Reds straight out? Oh,
no.
It's Schalke. Schalke are the first team drawn out. Ooh, I totally forgotten they were in this. Brilliant.
They're getting Man United. If it's allowed, then it's not allowed.
It's not allowed. There we go. I was going to do a big tweet about, like, can we sack country protection off to have Man United, but they finished second in the group.
They're going to get City.
Oh, that's some good staring there from Luis Garcia.
He's good at that, isn't he?
He's a very attractive little man, isn't he?
Give it the old Chelsea knot.
Manchester City, Schalke. Well, there you go. Fuck it, it'll do. Man City, brilliant. We were just hoping maybe Man City get a ridiculously difficult draw, and, you know, it really puts the pressure on in February. Schalke, there you go. Great. Thanks, UEFA.
Balance.
Probably still get beat.
Atletico Madrid are the next club out.
It's got... Juve, can they get Juve? Juve, Bayern, PSG or Porto. Don't be Porto.
Interesting stuff. Fascinating. I want a straw poll. I'll get one for this draws come out. I want a straw poll from everyone in the room who they would like to see us face. So everyone have a little think. I'm going to make you all shout it out in a moment. Come on, Louis, good work. Juventus, that's good. Juventus out the way. Right, okay. Tom, who do you want?
Juve.
Can't have Juve, they've literally just been drawn out.
Dortmund.
Sai.
Porto.
Emma.
Bayern.
Ben.
Dortmund.
Bailey.
Bayern.
Dortmund. Bayern.
United.
Anyone
Here
count?
come United. Dortmund and
Yeah, please
Dortmund
be Barcelona for United.
Oh, that would be absolutely glorious. So they can face Dortmund, Barca, PSG, Porto, Munich or Real Madrid.
Don't be
Porto.
Don't be Porto.
Just don't be
I just want
Porto.
Porto for Chris now, I really do, you know.
You need Porto.
I mean, I'm having a fantastic Christmas anyway, like, but if we get Porto, it'll be even better.
Come on, Louis. Just don't give them Porto. Don't give them Porto.
Paris.
Ooh, Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They are in big trouble there.
Wonder who'll be manager of Man United for that game.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Give it gigs here.
Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, don't give them Porto either.
Don't. Oh, it's 1-4 there, isn't it?
Dortmund, Porto, Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, potentially for Tottenham Hotspur.
Give them Madrid.
Give them Dortmund.
They've had a few of them, haven't they, recently? They had Real and Dortmund in the group last year.
Come on, Louis.
There we go. Louis doing the no look.
Not the hot ball. That's Porto.
Don't give them Porto. Don't give them Porto, Louis. Borussia Dortmund. Sound. Okay, sound. Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund. They're very dry looking, them Munich guys, aren't they?
Come on.
You don't know who that person is, do you?
This is Liverpool. It's not, it's Leon.
Olympic Lyon. Hey, obviously got out of Man City's group.
Bayern, Barca, Madrid or Porto. Give them Barca.
Take Barca,
Give them
yeah.
Barca.
Yeah.
Come on, Louis. Do a solid for your old club. Do two.
Don't be
Do one for
Porto.
Barcelona
Just
and
keep
do
saying
one
it.
for us.
Keep saying it. Don't
Give
be
them Barca.
Porto.
Give them Barca.
Don't give them Porto. That'll be the worst tie of the whole round. Barcelona.
Get in.
I'm on a bit of a roll here. Okay, so that's Lyon versus Barcelona.
So that's Real, Porto and Bayern.
It's really heating up, isn't it?
It's Roma.
Roma out
Like-
next.
Okay.
Roma, so they've got Porto or... Let's see. Let's just not speculate. Let's wait for official confirmation.
Porto and Bayern.
Porto or Bayern. Give them Bayern.
I think they might get Porto.
You're not that octopus.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Porto. Oh,
I think I've called all of them, you know.
wow.
So Bayern or Madrid.
AS Roma versus Porto. Both teams
It's an
conquered
octopus
by the
over
mighty
here.
Reds.
Bayern or Madrid.
Paul
Who do
now.
you want here?
I want
Paul the
Bayern.
Predictor.
Oh, oh no, my arse is gone. Bayern's the preferable draw. Oh, well, we're gonna be last out here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Can't get Bayern.
So they've got Madrid.
So there you go. So we've got Bayern. Does that
Bayern.
mean we've got Bayern Munich?
Ooh.
Well, what a fucking anticlimax that is. Stupid technicalities of the draw. We don't get our celebratory
Yeah, we just don't,
moments.
yeah.
Nothing.
No, there we go. So there you go. It means, therefore,
It's just
that
like having
Liverpool-
sex with me. It's a proper letdown, isn't it, that?
There you go then.
There we go.
Liverpool, drawn
You're
out.
done. Yeah, I'm done.
Who could it possibly be? Louis Garcia opens the ball just for completeness sakes.
Who is it? Oh,
And it's
yeah.
Bayern Munich for
Munich.
Liverpool. Wow, okay.
Woo!
I'm pleased.
Could have gone worse, could have gone better.
Yeah, well, brilliant. Dynamite analysis, Chris. That's where you get paid the big bucks. Laura, Bayern Munich.
We didn't get Barcelona or Juventus. They were the ones we were worrying about, so I'm happy. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can live with that, Chris.
Yeah.
Little trip to the Allianz.
Yeah,
I'll
go.
see you there. I mean,
Go.
I'll see you before, but
I
I'll
know,
definitely
yeah,
see you there in February.
Yeah, absolutely.
March time.
Brilliant, there you go. So yeah, Liverpool, I've drawn that. Have we got the full draw up on screen? If we paid more attention to it during it, I'd be able to talk you through it. I'm sure we will do that as. Here we go. Draw results. Schalke, well done, Chris. Schalke versus... No! What are you doing?
I was trying to pause it.
What are
There's
you
no friggin'
doing?
pause button. Quickly, it's off the
Schalke, Man
screen.
City, Atletico Madrid versus Juve, Man United versus PSG, Spurs versus Dortmund, Lyon versus Barca, Roma versus Porto,
Liverpool versus Bayern Munich.
Liverpool and someone else versus
There's
Real
someone
Ajax
else, yeah.
versus Real Madrid. Brilliant, so close. If only we'd not took it off screen for those 30 seconds. Fantastic. Right, we're going to be doing a full draw reaction over on the redmentv.com, so make sure you go over there and subscribe for that. But yeah, I think just generally, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
is.
we've got
It's
the
all
home
right.
leg without Van Dijk. That's important.
That's the scary part.
Yes. Well, that's still, yeah, that is the scary part. Bayern Munich, did they still play
Robin and Ribéry.
Ribéry?
I guess so.
There you go. Let us know your thoughts on anything. We'll bring a few comments into the draw reaction show, so let us know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Don't forget to tweet into @RedmenTV as well. Subscribe to the channel. The final word show for Liverpool versus Man United is coming up this afternoon, as well as the Man of the Match podcast, a whole host of things. Perfect time to get subscribed to the redmentv.com. Start your 3-month trial. That's a whole month where you get this draw reaction that we're going to be doing shortly. Final words galore, stats and tactics, loads, everything you could possibly hope for in both video and in podcast form as well. Other than that, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, for subscribing, and for joining us on this Champions League draw. Come on, you mighty Reds. See you soon.